The Stringbound. In the forgotten town of Drellmoor, the people moved like shadows, jerky, unnatural, and hollow-eyed. Outsiders rarely came, and those who did never stayed. They spoke of a strange stiffness in the air, like invisible wires tugging at their limbs. No one believed them. No one returned. Above the town, nestled in the crags of Mount Vire, the demons watched. They were not beasts of fire and fang, but ancient things, wisps of smoke with eyes like cracked glass. Each one bore a spool of black thread, slick as oil and strong as steel. They called it soul string, and with it they could bind a person's will, twist their thoughts, and puppeteer their flesh. The first to fall was the mayor, a proud man named Halvan. One morning he stood in the square and began to dance, arms flailing, legs kicking, face twisted in a grin that didn't belong to him. The townsfolk nervously laughed, unsure whether to cheer or run. By nightfall, Halvan was gone. His house stood empty, but the windows moved, opening and closing like blinking eyes. Soon others followed. A baker who sang lullabies to her burning bread, a child who walked backward for days, whispering secrets in a language no one knew, a priest who carved marionettes from bone and hung them from the chapel rafters. They were all stringbound. The demons didn't speak. They didn't need to. Their strings did the talking, pulling fingers into fists, bending knees into prayer, forcing smiles onto screaming mouths. The more strings they wove, the more tangled the town became. People forgot how to move on their own. They waited for the tug, the twitch, the command. But one girl, Elen, saw the strings. She was born with a veil over her eyes, a milky film that doctors said would blind her. But Elen saw more than anyone. She saw the threads trailing from her neighbors' spines, stretching into the sky like spider silk. She saw the demons perched in the clouds, their fingers dancing like cruel composers. And she saw her own string, thin, frayed, but still there. Elen did not run, she climbed. Up the cliffs of Mount Vire, through thorns and fog, she climbed until she reached the summit. The demons hissed, their threads lashing like whips. But Elen held a blade, not of steel but of memory. Her mother's lullaby, her father's laugh, her own heartbeat. She sliced her string. The pain was unbearable. Her limbs convulsed. Her voice vanished. Her body collapsed. But she was free. And in that moment, the threads began to unravel. One by one, the townsfolk awoke, confused, broken, but alive. The demons shrieking and scattered, their spools unraveling into dust. Elen never returned to Drellmoor. Some say she became a ghost. Others say she watches from the cliffs, guarding the town from new strings. But the wise ones know, freedom is never given, it is cut.